In a world where information flows like a digital river, we often forget the roots of knowledge dissemination that were inked into the pages of history. Today, we embark on an immersive journey that spans centuries, uncovering the incredible transformation of newspapers, the stalwarts of storytelling and societal reflection. Join us as we turn back the pages of time to illuminate the captivating odyssey of newspapers and how they've evolved through the annals of human communication. Our expedition commences in the captivating era of the 15th century, a time when the world was on the cusp of a transformative renaissance. Johannes Gutenberg's invention of the printing press stands as a monumental turning point, a catalyst that unleashed the potential of the written word. In the shadows of his bustling workshop, the rhythmic clinks of metal and ink heralded the birth of newspapers. It is here, amidst the mechanical magic of movable type, that we find the humble origins of newsletters, those precursors to the modern newspapers that grace our lives today. Handwritten newsletters, infused with ink and stories, found their way into the hands of avid readers. Carried by messengers traversing towns and cities, these newsletters were more than ink on parchment, they were the conduits of camaraderie, uniting disparate minds under the banner of shared knowledge. In an age devoid of the internet's instantaneous connections, these newsletters served as lifelines, allowing communities to engage in a cross-temporal dialogue that transcended the barriers of time and space. The journey from handwritten newsletters to the birth of actual printing presses was marked by a meticulous evolution. Scribes, once tasked with laboriously copying manuscripts by hand, gave way to the revolutionary efficiency of the printing press. Johannes Gutenberg's ingenious mechanism allowed for the mass reproduction of texts, enabling information to flow like never before. The written word was no longer confined to the realm of the privileged, it became a river of knowledge accessible to all. Our expedition through time leads us to the radiant epoch of the Enlightenment, where the power of newspapers blossomed into a beacon of intellectual illumination. The 18th century became a fertile ground for the exchange of ideas and the birth of transformative concepts. Newspapers of this era played an instrumental role in shaping the narrative of progress and enlightenment. The Enlightenment was an era of intellectual fervor, with coffeehouses serving as intellectual crucibles where philosophers, writers, and thinkers congregated. It was within these vibrant spaces that newspapers found their true purpose, not merely as carriers of news but as platforms for the dissemination of enlightened ideas. From discussions on science and philosophy to debates on governance and human rights, newspapers became vessels through which the human spirit embraced reason and inquiry. The pages of newspapers morphed into canvases for political cartoons, illustrations that spoke volumes without a single word. Artists and satirists found a powerful medium to criticize and challenge authority, often cloaked in humor and symbolism. These cartoons were the embodiment of free expression, capturing the zeitgeist and providing a mirror to society's values, follies, and aspirations. Our voyage through the tides of time carries us now to the 20th century, a period marked by the renaissance of journalism and the indomitable spirit of newspapers. As societies underwent profound transformations, newspapers emerged as both chroniclers of history and catalysts for change, shaping the narratives that defined generations. Step into the bustling newsrooms of the mid-20th century, where typewriters clatter like symphonies, and reporters immerse themselves in the pursuit of truth. These hallowed halls of ink and paper were more than mere workplaces, they were the epicenters of narratives that transcended borders. The headlines that adorned these newspapers served as time capsules, encapsulating the struggles, achievements, and aspirations of humanity. The 20th century witnessed the rise of investigative journalism as a cornerstone of newspapers. Journalists became modern-day knights, armed with pens instead of swords, challenging corruption, and championing justice. As we navigate the river of time, our voyage leads us to the latter part of the 20th century, an era of technological upheaval that would reshape the very essence of newspapers. The digital revolution emerged, heralding the convergence of ink and paper with pixels and screens. With the advent of computers and the internet, a new chapter in the saga of newspapers was about to unfold. The internet, that virtual tapestry of information, swiftly became the new frontier for newspapers. Early online news platforms appeared, offering readers a glimpse into the future of journalism. The notion of immediacy took center stage as stories could now reach global audiences within seconds. The 24-hour news cycle dissolved temporal boundaries, turning every moment into a potential news event, and newsrooms buzzed with activity around the clock. The transition from print to digital was both exciting and challenging. Newspapers had to reimagine their storytelling methods for a screen-dominated world. But innovation was on the horizon. The incorporation of multimedia elements, images, videos, interactive graphics, transformed traditional articles into immersive experiences. Journalists embraced this brave new digital frontier, leveraging the power of visuals to amplify the impact of their narratives. Our voyage through history propels us into the present day, where we find ourselves navigating the uncharted waters of the virtual realm. In this digital age, newspapers have evolved once more, embracing screens of various sizes as their new canvases. As we examine the contemporary landscape, we witness newspapers undergoing a profound metamorphosis, adapting to the demands and challenges of our interconnected world. Innovation has become the cornerstone of newspapers' survival in this digital landscape. Online news platforms have evolved into dynamic hubs of multimedia storytelling, leveraging interactive graphics, podcasts, and video content to enrich the reader's experience. The once static newspaper has transformed into an immersive multimedia portal, offering engagement that goes beyond traditional text. With the advent of social media and mobile technology, citizen journalism has gained unprecedented prominence. Everyday individuals armed with smartphones have become first responders to breaking news, capturing events as they unfold and sharing them with the world in real time. While this democratization of news dissemination is empowering, it also raises questions about authenticity and the role of professional journalists in validating and contextualizing information. As we stand at the crossroads of history and innovation, let us marvel at the enduring legacy of newspapers. They have bridged eras, united cultures, and borne witness to the march of humanity. From town criers to digital algorithms, newspapers have adapted, evolved, and persevered, guided by an unwavering commitment to truth and the human experience.